An invoice in QuoteIQ is more than a final price. It can show exactly what was completed, calculate quantities, materials, tax and processing fees, collect a signature and online payment, and give the business owner a clear follow-up trail until the balance is closed. In this walkthrough, we are invoicing a real-world exterior cleaning job from the first customer selection through services, payment settings, customer preview, delivery, follow-up, and manual payment recording. I will also show you recurring subscription invoices and the owner controls that keep unpaid work from getting lost. The Invoices page is the collection center for completed work. Pending shows invoices that still need attention or payment. Subscriptions holds recurring billing plans. Paid keeps completed invoice records separate, and Tips gives you a quick view of gratuities collected through invoices. Use search to find a customer or invoice number. All time changes the date range, while lead type and tags let you narrow a larger list. Edit is useful for managing the table, and Export gives the office a way to take invoice data outside QuoteIQ when it is needed for reporting or bookkeeping. Each row includes the customer, invoice number, dates, services, total, and payment information. Treat pending as a daily work queue. It is where you can see what is owed, send a reminder, check whether the customer viewed the invoice, and record an outside payment. Select Create and QuoteIQ gives you two invoice paths. Quick Invoice is the normal choice for a completed one-time job. It lets you choose a customer, add services and materials, set the financial details, preview the document, and decide how to deliver it. Subscription Invoice is for recurring service. AutoPay starts with an online customer payment and then charges a saved card on each billing cycle. Manual billing automatically creates a pending invoice every cycle, so you can collect by cash, check, Venmo, Zelle, or another outside method and record the payment yourself. For this walkthrough, we will build a quick invoice for a completed residential exterior cleaning job, then return to subscriptions near the end. Start by selecting the customer. Connecting the invoice to an existing contact keeps the invoice, customer history, and future follow-up together. If the customer is new, Create New Customer lets you add the record without leaving the invoice workflow. Our fictional customer is Jordan Carter at Demo Property Owner. QuoteIQ assigns the invoice number, and you can confirm the issue date, expiration date, and payment term. Due upon receipt is appropriate for a completed residential job. Net 15, Net 30, 30-day, and 60-day choices are available when your contract or commercial client needs more time. The key is to set the term deliberately before the invoice reaches the customer. Now add the work that was actually completed. House soft wash is priced at 18 cents per square foot. Entering 2,400 square feet calculates $432. Driveway surface. Cleaning uses 850 square feet at 22 cents, adding $187. Gutter brightening is a flat rate service at $185. That is an important difference. Use unit pricing when a measurable quantity drives the job, and use flat rate when the agreed scope is better represented by one fixed price. Each service can include a description, subline items, and a visible unit breakdown. From the invoice, the owner can reorder services, edit a line, add a photo, hide a line from the customer, or remove it. These controls let the internal record stay detailed while the customer-facing invoice stays easy to understand. The job also used $45 of cleaning solution and protective supplies. Add the material name, quantity, unit, and unit cost. When display inventory to customer is on, the customer sees each material separately. Turn it off when you want one cleaner, materials and supplies line. The total stays the same. Only the presentation changes. Our services total $804. Adding the $45 material brings the subtotal to $849. Markup All can apply a percentage or dollar markup across the service lines. QuoteIQ shows the before and after price, and the markup remains visible only to the business owner. Use it when costs change or the job needs a consistent margin adjustment, but confirm the finished total before saving. Discount supports a controlled reduction when there is a real reason, such as a multi-service promotion. Taxes can be enabled at the configured rate. In this example, 6.6253% adds $56.25. The 3.9% convenience fee adds $33.11, producing a final balance of $938.36. Enable Payments keeps the customer's online payment path available. The client message gives the invoice context. Here we confirm that the house wash, driveway cleaning, and gutter brightening are complete, and that payment is due upon receipt. Keep this message short, specific, and focused on the next action. Invoice. Settings controls the customer experience. Required signature asks the customer to sign before paying. Hide line. Item prices shows only the final total, while show all unit breakdowns displays quantity multiplied by rate on every measured service. Choose the presentation that makes the scope clearest for the customer. Photos can be added from the camera, gallery, or file manager. This is useful for completion photos, existing condition proof, or a visual record of the finished work. Documents can hold supporting paperwork. Accepted payment methods tells the customer exactly what you will take. In this example, that is credit card, ACH, check, or cash. Payment terms repeat the due date expectation and the next step. You can save either section as the default when the same wording belongs on future invoices. Inspection forms can be created from the invoice or attached from an existing form. That gives a business owner one place for the bill, the job evidence, and the completion checklist. Select Save and continue to Open Preview. Read the screen like the customer will. Confirm the invoice number, issue date, customer, service lines, material presentation, tax, convenience fee, final balance, payment methods, payment terms, message, and signature requirement. The customer sees the 3 completed services, the $45 material, the $849 subtotal, tax, convenience fee, and the final $938.36 balance. If anything feels confusing in preview, go back and fix it before delivery. The delivery control gives you copy link, text through app, email, and send both. Copy link is useful when you are already speaking with the customer. Email and text use the saved contact details, while send both gives the invoice 2 chances to be seen. In this demonstration, we leave the invoice unsent and return through exit and close. After the invoice is saved, QuoteIQ shows the same delivery choices again, plus save as template. A template preserves a strong invoice structure for the next similar job without carrying over the old customer. That is useful for recurring combinations like a house wash, driveway cleaning, and gutter service. Back on the pending dashboard, the Actions menu is the owner's follow-up toolkit. Edit Invoice corrects the record. Duplicate Invoice creates a new starting point. View PDF opens the formal document. Send Reminder helps chase an unpaid balance. Send Email, Send Text App, and Send Both handle delivery. Copy Link is useful for a direct conversation, and Activity Log records invoice events such as creation, sends, views, and follow-up activity. Use Delete Invoice only when the record truly should be removed. For most corrections, edit or duplicate is the safer business workflow because it preserves the history you may need later. When a customer pays through QuoteIQ, the payment is connected to the invoice automatically. If the customer pays outside the online checkout, choose Mark as Paid. QuoteIQ lets you record the full balance or a partial payment. Select the payment date and method. Manual choices include cash, check, credit card, Venmo, Zelle, and Cash App. For our fictional job, we select a full cash payment of $938.36. Use partial payment when the customer pays a deposit or installment and still owes a balance. The important habit is to record outside payments immediately so the dashboard, customer history, and office follow-up all agree. The activity log then gives the team a quick audit trail while Paid keeps completed invoices out of the unpaid work queue. For recurring work, choose Subscription Invoice. Autopay is best when the customer is comfortable paying online and you want the safeguard charged each cycle. Manual billing is better when you still want QuoteIQ to create the invoice automatically, but the customer pays outside the platform. Choose the customer, set the billing frequency, and define the start date. Use Forever for an ongoing plan or set an end date for a seasonal agreement. Then add the recurring services, price, and customer notes. Preview the plan before creating it. From Manage Subscriptions, the owner can see active plans and use actions to view, edit, email, text, or copy the subscription link. This is a practical setup for lawn care, pool service, pest control, cleaning, maintenance, or any service business that bills on a repeating schedule. That is the complete QuoteIQ invoice workflow. Connect the customer, document the completed scope, calculate services and materials, set payment and signature rules, preview the customer experience, deliver through the right channel, follow the unpaid balance, record full or partial payments, and use subscriptions for recurring revenue. The strongest owner habit is simple. Keep every invoice accurate, send it promptly, and use pending and activity log every day until the balance is resolved. Subscribe to How QuoteIQ Works for more practical walkthroughs that help service businesses move cleanly from the first quote to final payment.